6 months after Matthew Crawley's death, Downton Abbey is in disarray, compounded by the sudden departure of Miss O'Brien. Lady Mary is deeply grieving, and Anna is upset over O'Brien's abrupt exit. Nanny West's presence creates tension as she increasingly takes over baby George's care, frustrating Lady Mary. The Dowager Countess reminds Mr. Molesley, at Matthew's gravesite, of his changed circumstances and dwindling employment prospects. Tom Branson expresses his concerns about Nanny West's behavior. Carson worries about the looming inheritance duties, prompting Lord Grantham to consider a visit with a new real estate manager. Lady Mary seeks solace and connection, visiting Isabel and discreetly inquiring about ladies' maid positions at the local post office. Meanwhile, Isabel Crawley informs Mrs. Hughes of her surprising intention to apply for a lady's maid position, despite her inexperience. Carson receives a letter from the former maid, O'Brien, but Mrs. Hughes disposes of it. Lady Mary struggles with her grief, prompting concern from Lord Grantham, who questions her ability to manage George's estate, believing he should make the important decisions. Thomas gives Daisy a Valentine's card, while Ivy receives one from Jimmy, causing confusion in the kitchen. Isabel visits Mr. Griggs at the Ripon Union Workhouse at Carson's suggestion and contemplates bringing him to Downton. Lady Edith prepares to leave Downton for London, where she will stay with Aunt Rosamond and encounters 2 men, Mr. Holgate and Mr. Burns, upon her arrival. The Dowager Countess declines Molesley's offer of service but requests his assistance when Lady Shackleton visits. Carson confronts Mrs. Hughes about reading a letter from his wastepaper basket, leading to a discussion about Mr. Griggs' living conditions. Back at Downton, the staff unpack a new mixer beater, and Mrs. Patmore is skeptical about its usefulness. Mrs. Hughes discusses helping Mr. Griggs with Lady Cora, who feels too weak to assist. Branson seeks Carson's help to encourage Lady Mary to take interest in managing the estate, feeling Lord Grantham underestimates her. In the kitchen, the servants discuss new electric appliances, while Ivy and Alfred make plans, leading Daisy to express interest in getting to know Alfred as well. Carson approaches Lady Mary, then reveals the concerns about Nanny West's neglectful behavior. Carson tries to convince Lady Mary to take charge of the estate after his first attempt fails. The Crawleys discuss the tenant farmer's lunch, and Edith's planned London visit creates tension. Molesley learns about his upcoming meeting with the Dowager Countess at the workhouse and admits his aspirations exceed available positions. Lady Mary is visited by the Dowager Countess, who encourages her to choose life. Mary awakens to the Dowager Countess, who assures her of her love and emphasizes there are multiple ways to be a good mother. They embrace. Lord Grantham says Griggs will stay with Mrs. Hughes because he was released, and they discuss how to help Mary move on, with the Dowager Countess recruiting Edith and Baxter for a luncheon to further this goal. Mrs. Hughes discovers Ivy drunk and, with Anna's help, puts her to bed, informing Alfred that Ivy is unwell. Mrs. Hughes informs Mr. Carson about Lady Shackleton's earlier visit to Mary. Mrs. Hughes confides in Mr. Carson about needing to rediscover her energy and kindness. Lady Mary, Lady Rose, and Lady Shackleton interview a new maid, Miss Brithway, who previously worked at Downton, and Lady Rose advocates for her, emphasizing her suitability for the role. Carson disapproves of Lady Mary's plan to introduce Molesley to Lady Shackleton in hopes of finding him a new position. During lunch with the ladies, a nervous Molesley makes a serving blunder, embarrassing himself in front of the Dowager Countess and Lady Shackleton. Later, Mrs. Hughes and Lady Cora welcome Mr. Griggs, a former acquaintance of Mr. Carson, offering him hospitality and contacting Carson. In London, Lady Edith and Anthony Strallan celebrate a potential divorce for him if he becomes a German citizen. Lady Cora and Mrs. Hughes debate the ethics of poaching a maid from another job. Daisy struggles with unrequited love for Alfred, unaware that Mrs. Patmore sent her a Valentine's card to cheer her up. Carson expresses his disdain for Lady Sybil's late husband. Lady Mary discovers Nanny West mistreating her son George, prompting Mary to dismiss her immediately and call for Mrs. Hughes. Mary discusses Edith's publishing career with Lord Grantham. Late at night, Lady Mary seeks out Carson, apologizing for her absence and the pain she's caused. Carson assures her she has nothing to apologize for and encourages her to rejoin the living and embrace her responsibilities. He reminds her of her duty to protect Matthew's legacy and guide Downton, offering unwavering support that Mary gratefully acknowledges. Downstairs, chaos reigns in the kitchen, where Mrs. Patmore struggles with the new electric mixer, creating a mess. During their conversation, it is revealed that Nanny West has been dismissed. News Mrs. Patmore receives with satisfaction. She confides in Mrs. Hughes, who offers her help cleaning the kitchen. The next day, at a Downton committee meeting, Violet arrives late, and Robert, after apologizing, insists Lady Mary take his seat next to him. The committee then discusses Mr. Taylor's decision to discontinue sheep farming and begin working the land directly, prompting Lady Mary to inquire about his plans now that his lease is expiring.